Hello friends! Let me introduce you to Pompus from Animula Nook. He's our latest little creation made from Polymer clay. He's full of personality and I just had so much fun bringing him to life. Stick around and I'll show you how he came to be. Pompus is our favorite little Minie from Animula Nook. Now, as you know, we at Royal Paws immediately fell in love with this game the moment we watched the first trailer. So we went to their website and what we found was even more cuteness. We found minis, and they are just adorable. Everyone has their own description, but we'll need a separate video for that. For now, there's one specific Minie we immediately clicked with. His name is Pompus. He started as 2 clay balls, then I made one of them into a cap. Then I added a neck so that I had something to hold on to. Next, I add round circles to the top of his cap to mimic the bumps in his hair. I started the hairline and worked my way up. Once I finished the bottommost layer, I found the perfect place for his nose and I placed that next. Then I continued covering the top of his head with round pieces until it resembled his hair. Once that was looking good, I added holes all over his hair to replicate the texture. Alright, now I need to add those cute little cheeks of his. Now he needs a body because I'm making a bust. I'll add a rectangle to the guy and then some arms. I'm figuring out the best position and the way for his arms to be. Then we'll add his tie and the collar of his shirt. In one of the trailers, he's playing an accordion, so we're going to give him one of those. But I need to figure out the positioning and the length of his arms. But I've gone and messed with him so much, his hair texture disappeared. So I've got to add that back. The accordion is made out of some miniature books I had from a previous project. We added rectangles to both ends and pressed clay all over and in between. Then I added the texture of the accordion, but now to get him to hold it. Next, we'll add the hat and the stars in his hair and on his chest. Yeah, he has a star on his chest, like a badge. Maybe he's a detective or something. But now I can't get him to hold his accordion. No matter what I do, his arms won't hold it up. So now I gotta give him legs. I add a big noodle for his legs and I make them cross so the accordion rests in his lap. I've got to make sure to get his slides in there too. I just love his socks and slides. Alright, he's ready for the oven. And movie magic, he's all done. He got a little toasty, but that's okay. We're gonna paint him. I grab my green paint and start with his hair. Then I grab some yellow and paint his hat and the stars on his hair and chest. I tried to make it gold with mica powder, but it's not really noticeable. Now, onto the red. I add red details all over. It's his nose, his hat, the ties, socks, and his accordion. Then I mix some brown with white to make a tan color for his face, hands, and the middle of the accordion. Next, I paint the rest of his clothes a darker brown color. It took a couple layers, but he's looking good. I dry brush that same brown onto the accordion to bring out some detail. Then I add some black for the slides, some tan lines to his shirt, give him a belt, and added those white checks to his slides. And here we have Pompus. Pompus is always hiding in the grass, softly reminding everyone to watch their step. The moment you notice him, his ears turn bright red. Though he's shy enough to want to disappear, quietly remembers every little quirk and habit of his friends. Now I'm super excited to meet him in-game and all the other minis. Do you have a Minie you'd like to see us make? Let us know in the comments. Thanks so much for being here and for being you. Until next time.